Hello, and welcome to another episode of Boxing TV. We bring the fighters to the fans. Coming up on today's show, future superstar Dennis McCann. Stay tuned. Welcoming my next guest, Mr. Dennis The Menace McCann. How are you doing, Dennis? You well?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. You?
Very, very well, thank you. I've heard great things and also seen great things. So I'm excited to see what your career, what happens. It's exciting. It really, really is, especially for a British fighter. So just to introduce you, then, so you are Dennis The Menace McCann. You're only 19 years of age, 6 wins, 4 knockouts, 6 wins. Amazing. No losses. What a great start to your career, for sure. So let's start from the beginning with you then. We'd like to get to learn about the fighter behind the gloves. So what got you into boxing then? What started you on this journey?
My older brother, he was a good boxer back in the day. He won the schoolboy championships and stuff.
Okay.
I was watching him for years. I've been boxing since I'm 5 years old.
Okay.
Been boxing since I'm 5 years old. Travelled quite a lot. Lived in Birmingham. Lived in Essex. Travelled quite a lot. I used to travel from Birmingham to Refton Boxing Club, which is maybe a 3.5 hour, 4 hour journey there.
Great club, though.
Same back.
Great club, Refton.
Good gym. Definitely, I don't regret one moment of it. Travel that far, 4 times a week and stuff. I just be on trains at age 11 years old. I look young now, you know what I mean? So imagine me at 11 years old.
You must have been tiny.
Like a newborn baby. Honestly.
You're like Tiny Tim then at that stage, mate, weren't you? Bless you.
I'm still tiny Tim now, but I was even tinier then.
Bless your heart, mate. Bless your heart. So people are calling, like I said, briefly, just that people are calling you the new Naseem Hamed. Why is that? Why do you think people keep saying, this comparison between you and him?
I think it's probably the screw shot backhand, but that's been maybe signature shot since the word go. You know what I mean? I just throw a shot quite a lot. I've stopped a lot of people, even the amateurs, throwing that shot. Okay. But if you look back, that's obviously a great fight. Obviously, top class. I want to be known to be Dennis McCann, not Prince Naseem Hamed. You know what I mean? I want to make my own name for myself. Yeah.
So
not bad.
You're a perfect record so far. What would you say is the biggest lesson that you've learned out of your 6 fights so far?
I reckon my second fight. So I had a very good start to my pro career. I stopped Carmel Jarrah in great fashion, and my second fight, I boxed very well in my second fight as well.
Okay.
Even that guy must have had a Big Mac as well because he came in a couple of kilos heavier.
They like Big Macs, your opponents, don't they?
Yeah, they must love Big Macs. And I got caught in the first round, like quite big. Never hurt me, never rocked me enough out there.
Okay. But
he caught me, you know what I mean? And then it brought me back down to my feet.
Okay.
And made me think, stick to me boxing, and don't get too overwhelmed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's important, isn't it, fighting these journeymen at this stage of your career, because although you're a very accomplished amateur, it's still the professional game. There are still differences, and you have to go through these little trials and tribulations, don't you, at the start of your career?
Definitely.
Which leads perfectly then into my next question, and I'd love to know this, really. So, and I'm probably going to see a lot of you now, because my best friend's just been signed by Frank. So, for me, you're only 19. Okay, very, very young. Doing very well in the professional game, and your weight. So you'd think that you'd be moving up the ranks quite fast. What's the plan for you? Are you hoping to take your time and kind of settle into the game, gain your experience? Or are you looking just to push on to titles?
They won't fight me. None of them will fight me. I tried to get Ricky Little, who's Southern Area champion, which, no disrespect, is Southern Area title. I mean, nothing to me. I wouldn't wear it on my I wouldn't wear it around my waist. That's no disrespect, so it ain't too bad.
No, I don't want to bring the Naseem Hamed name up again, but you had a phone call from him, didn't you? Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah, he's a really, really nice fella, he is. I know his son, he's quite a nice lad as well.
Okay.
And he's just getting into boxing. His son's just getting into boxing now himself.
Okay.
And it'd be hard to fill in his dad's shoes, but he said some nice words to me. Really, really, really nice man, honestly. Really nice man.
Brilliant. So I read in the press a little bit earlier on that you dropped out of primary school to concentrate on boxing. Is that true?
Yeah,
I mean, you've got to tell me
yep.
about
I was 11 years old. I was I left school for boxing only, strictly boxing only. I built a gym at home.
that. Okay.
I live in the country. I ain't been about in all the party life and stuff like that. I ain't lived in towns. I lived in the countryside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So all I knew was train, eat, sleep, train, eat every time. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you're living the
And even
life as a
now,
pro from 11 then, really?
since 11 years of age, honestly, I've been living the life big time. I always got down to the lowest weights because my old trainer Bobby Beck used to make you get to the lowest weight as possible.
Okay.
I remember getting on the scales, and I'm telling you, my eyeballs are lit up like that. I look like an absolute crackhead. I get on the scales. I'm like that in the scales. I'm barely able to walk. Honestly.
Which leads perfectly onto my next question then. So, where do you hope to be in 2 years' time? So you're going to be 21. Where do you hope to be?
21. I hope to be fighting for a world title at 21 years of age.
Okay.
I will be fighting for a world title at 21 years of age.
Brilliant.
Not fighting for, but winning one as well.
I'm gonna hold you to something now, and I'm hoping when you're there at the top, because I honestly think now you're one of the most confident young men that I've actually interviewed, and I've interviewed thousands of fighters. 2 years' time, I'm going to give you an extra 6 months. So within 2.5 years, you're promising me you're going to be a world champion.
I promise you.
Okay.
Honestly, I promise you.
You better
100%.
be. You're too much of a good kid.
Put your money. Put your money on this.
Okay.
I know people say this and that and talk this and that, and I see it all the time.
Awesome.
I see it all the time. People say, "I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that."
Do you know why I've said that?
Kids who you
I'm
know
going
is
to take
average.
this piece of video right now, and when you're world champion, I'm going to say, do you remember that time in June 2019 that you promised me you'd be world champion? I'm really looking forward to seeing
2020, you mean?
2020. Awesome. So, what have you got to say to your fans out there? So many people think so highly of you. What have you got to say to your fans?
I just got to thank them, innit? They all buy me tickets. Listen, your fans, without fans, women know boxing, and they pay your bills, innit? The truth's the best. They pay your bills. Yeah. You know what I mean? So without the fans, there'd be no boxing, would there? I want to thank them so much. I got to thank them so much. They definitely do a lot for us boxers. And before I even feed myself, I've got a wife. I'm married now as well.
Congratulations, mate.
So, yeah, cheers. I got a wife now as well. So it ain't cheap. You know what I mean? Yeah. It ain't cheap. She don't work either, so it's all on me.
All on you.
It's all on me.
You better be a world champion then, champ.
Unfortunately, yeah. I'm gonna have to try and get her on the dole or something because I don't think I can afford it.
Get her on the furlough.
Get her on the furlough.
I'm loving it. Mate, what a top lad you are, Dennis. It's been great to meet
Thank you
firsthand, and I'm looking forward to when next time it's a show, I'll certainly come and say hello, mate. I'm really looking forward to seeing what... It's almost kind of... you've promised me now, 2.5 years, world champion.
2.5 years.
I'm behind you, mate, all the way, and so is every single person who watches Boxing TV.
Thank you very much.
You take care, mate, and it's been a pleasure speaking with you. All the best.
Honestly, it's a pleasure, mate. You're a proper gentleman. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
See you there, mate. Bye-bye.